How's it going today, everybody? This guy was sitting on the curb at the bus stop. So now let's go find out what this guy is getting sweated about. Look, this cop asked him for information. Identification. You see that shit? This pig just pulling up on people, hitting them up for ID. Dirty ass motherfucker. That's right, you're being filmed. That's right. Let's see. One 509-734. This cop is out to harass people and shit. Just harassed this guy on the corner for no fucking reason whatsoever. None. That dude was sitting there waiting on the fucking bus stop. This pig rolled up on him, hitting him up for ID. Right, you're being filmed, buddy. Don't try fucking with people for no reason. This cop is looking for a reason to harass people. On Thanksgiving of all days, he wants to go out and harass people. Piece of shit. That motherfucker's a piece of shit. Hey man, did that dude ask you for ID? Fucking dirty ass cop. Tell that motherfucker you got a 4th Amendment right to tell him to eat a dick. Your 4th Amendment says you don't have to give him ID. You're not breaking any laws. He has no legal right to get your ID from you. Well, hold on, I can't hear you. Sorry, I hope you don't mind being on camera, but this is a cop watch thing. We're watching these fucking cops. They're violating everybody's rights.
Well, I understand that, okay? Now, we have a facial recognition law, okay? But it's a pyramid type of an act where anybody could ask for to see somebody's credentials to say that they are required to actually have an ID on them present from the age of 15 to older.
In America, you're not required by any law to carry an ID. The 4th Amendment of the Constitution sets you free from having to show identification to anybody. The only way the cops can actually ID you in the state of California is to arrest you. There is no law saying you have to give them ID.
No, there's a Civil Rights Amendments law that was passed, okay, back in 1932. Okay, there's the actual probable cause.
Yeah, he had that probable cause. You have no cause. You're sitting at a bus stop, brother.
Right.
You're sitting at a bus stop. That's legal. There's no law against sitting at a bus stop. He had no legal cause to come up and ask you for ID. What he's doing is searching you for ID, hit you up for ID, to see if you're a criminal. He wants to arrest you for no other reason than you're an American living your life. And he wants to get money, because if they take you to jail, they make $742 a day to hold you there.
No, the thing is that the act of actually asking somebody for a credential, even you can ask.
Oh, that's not a crime. No, you can ask anybody for anything, but you don't have to give them anything. There's no law saying you have to identify to the police unless you're arrested. If they're detaining you, you don't have to give them their ID. You don't have to do that. That is not constitutionally valid for them to say that. They can't make constitutional rights crimes either. Like me, he wanted to pull in and sweat me, but he couldn't, because he knows he's on film, he's on Facebook Live, and he's not going to be able to do that. You know, he's not going to be able to come up and harass me like he did you, because he knows this is what we do for a living. We know the Constitution. This is how we, are making our money nowadays. Making these guys follow the law.
All right. Okay. Now, for you can ask even an officer of the law, okay?
Yeah, for his ID.
For his ID.
But he can say no.
Backup shield. He can't say no.
Oh, he can. He doesn't have to show you his ID. It's all he has to do is tell you his last name, his first and last, and give his badge number.
No. You ask to see his credential ID as a law enforcement officer with a backup shield reply request. You have to remand it over to show it to you and take his credential ID for being in law enforcement to show that it has a barcode on the back of it, show that he's lawful. Because there's a mens rea rioters act in the Civil Rights Act of this code, which was the mandated amendment law for that, for us to actually be able to within 5 minutes of required time to actually remand an actual ID to show it out of its containment department to show that it is a lawful ID and it is not constituency of a fallacy of actual contempt for having a vacated ID.
Okay, I'm gonna look into that because as far as I know, the sheriff, it's all they have to do is give you their first and last and their badge number.
Right.
And then if he wants to be a dick, he can do like this last cop did on one of my videos and didn't want to identify, and I had to walk up and get his badge number off his chest.
See, the thing is, I've run into the problem before where there's people that are in police officers' uniform, and that shield that actually they were saying they were was not who they said they were.
Well, yeah, that's called impersonated police officer. That shit's a crime too.
That's a death penalty for that.
Man, now in America, they don't give you the death penalty for impersonating a cop, but they do give you 2 to 5. In California, it's 2 to 5 for impersonating a police officer. That's.
It's fucking somebody in the ass with a death threat.
Well, just putting somebody in a prison here in California is an attempt on their life. Because when I went there for not going to a DUI class, and I ended up, having to sign a paper that says who I want my body released to when I'm released from the county. What the fuck? If I die in county, what do you mean if I die in county? Bitch, I'm in your custody. You're supposed to make sure I'm safe. What the fuck are you talking about if I die in custody?
All right, the other thing is that there's people going to prison without due process paperwork going with them to the actual imprisonment area.
Yeah.
Okay, that's unlawful.
Yeah.
Okay, and I know that's been happening just recently.
It's been going on for at least 20 years that I know of, because I got locked up.
25.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm trying to figure some stuff out, some stats on my own, because the crap I've been getting over podcasts is bullshit. Okay, but these
Some of it.
Democrats becoming president, no, they practice democracy. Okay, which is socialism and communism. We don't play that.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about these Democrats playing with.
If it wasn't for Democrats, homeless people wouldn't even eat. They wouldn't have food to eat. Motherfucking food stamps, all that shit is done by the Democrats. The Republicans don't want, 50 Republicans in the Senate, 50 Republicans voted no to lower drug costs. Yet 50 Democrats, 51 because the vice president fucking overturned everything, and she made sure 51 fucking Democrats voted to lower drug costs. So if you're looking at this from a human perspective, the Democrats are doing what the Republicans are not, helping the citizens. The only reason to have a government is for them to help the people. Otherwise, what's the sense in the government?
Okay, the other thing is that these so-called Democrats are saying that they're running these drug companies.
No, these are run by rich Republicans and rich right-wingers. Why do you think the top 1% of this country is on the right? There's no one that is left-wing that's a billionaire anymore. There's no one on the left fighting for the citizens that's a billionaire. That's all the right. All that 1% of 1% is right-wing. They want lower... Okay, you're what, in your 50s? So when you went to elementary school and junior high and high school, they had auto shop, wood shop, fucking home economics. They have none of that. You know how that happened? The Republicans lowered taxes for the rich. So where did those programs have to go? Because there's no money for them no more. They're gone. But Make America Great Again, check this out. Make America Great Again. In the 1950s and 60s, when they're talking about Make America Great Again too, corporations paid 70% in corporate tax. Right now, they pay less than 25. When America was at its greatest, the rich paid the most of the taxes while the middle class got to thrive. In this country we live in now, the middle class is getting the stomp while the rich are getting richer. We were all putting masks on and shit for this COVID shit that went on, you know, watching so we didn't get our family members sick that were elderly. Well, billionaires got richer. Elon Musk became the richest person in the fucking world. Fucking Jeff Bezos, second richest person in the fucking world. And this was all done off our backs. And firing people that were making these companies. It's crazy, dude.
I got some more stuff to figure out.
I mean, I'm personally a constitutionalist. I don't vote Democrat or Republican just because they're one or the other. I look at people's politics and what they're saying and what they've been shown to do in their history before I make my vote. But from what I've seen in the last 30 years that I've been able to vote, the Democrats do a lot more for America than the Republicans. For the people. Now, if you want to say for the rich, the Republicans are all about it. And while they're telling you, we're making shit better for you, we're lowering your taxes. You know your taxes went up 4% while the fucking rich people's went down 12%. But they're lowering your taxes. No, they lowered the tax threshold. So they made the people that make less pay more, while the people that make more pay less.
I've been looking around and checking out while they've been tariffing people's actual pay rates.
Yeah.
Okay. Instead of the 1941 actual act for actual nomenclatures for minimum wage laws. Says the zone 4, which is the West Coast, is supposed to be $22 an hour, not 15.
Oh yeah. Well, if you follow inflation, everybody should be making a minimum of $36 an hour. That's to follow inflation. You should make less than $36 an hour just to keep up with what shit used to cost to what you make.
Right.
You know. So I mean, I mean, the Republicans, check this out. In every state that is ran by a Republican, gun violence is higher than blue states. California has 40 million, just shy of 40 million people. Illinois has a higher gun death rate than California. They have less than 15 million. Per 100,000. They kill more people in the red states than they do in the blue states. Per 100,000 people. There's more gun violence and violence in general. Like physical violence and I forget how they say it, violence that's going to cause someone bodily harm, you know, is done more in red states than blue states. It's fucking amazing to me how people still believe Republicans are doing better for them while their state is running downhill. Oh, it's the people that wear blue doing it. No, man, listen to what they fucking say and pay attention to what they're doing. You gotta separate the two. You cannot fucking, oh, he's telling me he's doing this for me. Well, watch what happens to my state while he's in office. And then when he leaves office, watch how it changes. And then start making your decisions. I mean, when fucking Arnold Schwarzenegger was in office here, the state was just, people's bills were going up. And then they fucking started dropping after he left.
Right.
You know, and they're going up again with Gavin Newsom, but some of this isn't just his fault. I've read a lot about this. Some of this is actually what is happening in the oil industry, where they're price gouging everybody right now, and it's driving the price of everything up. Because you can't take a gallon of milk to the store without it costing you $4 more.
Okay, I got a thing that there's some government programs stolen. Okay, they've been using over podcasts through the COVID-19.
Yeah.
Everywhere.
Oh yeah.
All over the country. Okay. Mm-hmm. And they've been robbing people's bank accounts. They've been using. They say they have complete autonomy, meaning they're disavowing their life for what they're doing.
Yeah. I don't know about that. I ain't never heard none of that.
Democrats. Okay. Now, how can actual Biden and actual Trump be saying they're president at the same time?
Well, Trump's not. He lost the election. That's fact. In all the states where he tried to fucking say he won the election, They went back, they recounted. The judges that he appointed said, no, dude, you lost. Fucking get over it. There's not one out of 124 fucking cases, not one judge said, yes, you're right.
Okay.
Not one. Now you're gonna say like 35 or 40 judges that he appointed are gonna say, no, we're not backing you. No, you don't have a legal standing. If you don't have a legal standing, the court can't hold you. This is why I don't plead out. When I go to court, I do not plead. You're gonna have to make 12 fucking people say I'm guilty of a crime. You're not gonna get me to say, oh, I'll take 12 days in jail, or I'll go to 20 anger managements and you can take this off my record. Fuck you. Prove me guilty, then I'll do the time for my crime, motherfucker. Because I don't fucking play that.
Right.
You know, you're gonna have to prove me guilty in front of 12 people.
See, I grew up the hard way, okay? I was actually a different name when I was born. Okay, I was adopted quite a few times. Okay, because I wound up being unconscious and almost dead because when I'm having a big fight, every Democrat that's actually imposed into the office actually went against me, tried to burn me alive.
How?
You know about that warehouse fire in New York in '97?
I'm from Lakewood, dude. I grew up just on the other side of the fucking hill, bro.
But I was abducted after I was born. Okay, I escaped. I got my emancipation. Okay, wound up going through college. Wound up being a United States judge. Okay, they stole my credentials. Okay, they pulled that crap over there and also in Paola, okay, where my dog tags were a part of what was summed up, which was bereaved from the property. Okay, and I had sons and daughters that they murdered. Okay, and cannibalized to non-existence and destroyed my home. Or doing things that are fine. Okay.
Well, I'm sorry I can't hang out longer and talk, dude, but it's Thanksgiving. I was just trying to make sure this dude didn't sweat you hard. As soon as he seen me come with a camera, he handed you fucking your license and was out of here.
No, I offered it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but he handed it back real quick as soon as he seen someone come with a camera.
And I said, yes.
Yeah.
I'll hand it over to you. You will see that I have one. This is part of my actual evidence report of actually being in North Carolina where they changed the zip code. The nomenclature of the property area around a military base. And they were bullshit on a military person on base. Okay. They were killing people with full automatic machine guns.
Wow.
Okay.
All right, man. I'm sorry I can't do more for you today because I'm short on funds, but happy Thanksgiving.
Yeah. I'm just trying to get back up and finish myself. So.
Yeah, I'm not going that way or I'd take you, man. You have a good day. Okay, so I didn't want this guy getting harassed by that cop, but Jesus Christ, this is one of the major problems. There's a lot of mental illness out there. I mean, he might be telling the truth that, you know, he was in a building fire and all that, but I don't know. And I don't want to be a dick and hate on his experiences, but there is some mental illness going on there, but it's all good. You know, I ain't hating on him. I hope he has a great holiday. Sucks that I couldn't do more for him. You know. All right, people. Later.